Today's Nerdist News is sponsored by WB Games. Are the new owners of the Power Rangers setting up their own Marvel-esque cinematic universe? Last year's Power Rangers movie failed to go excuse me, something caught my throat. Could you bring me my coffee, please?
Are you
okay?
Yeah, I got it. I'll get you a new one.
Last year's Power Rangers movie failed to go at the box office, grossing less than a mighty $143 million. Not exactly terrible, but not nearly enough to morph them into the MCU-sized franchise that Lionsgate was hoping for. But that doesn't mean the Rangers are out of the movie game altogether. A few months ago, toy manufacturer Hasbro acquired the rights to the property, and while they remained pretty quiet about their plans for them, it seemed pretty reasonable to assume that a return trip to the multiplex was in order. After all, Hasbro has been hungry for a box office dominance ever since the late 2000s when they released the first live-action Transformers movie and the first live-action G.I. Joe movie within about 2 years of each other. And sure enough, Bryan Goldner, chairman and CEO of Hasbro, recently confirmed exactly that. In a speech made during a company conference, Goldner explained that he considered Power Rangers to be incredibly undervalued and that Hasbro will be able to exploit the brand to a much greater extent. He went on to add that Power Rangers can plug and play right into our strategy where we activate it in entertainment, motion pictures, and then, of course, across toys and games and consumer products. So there you have it. More motion pictures are definitely on the way. But what Goldner wouldn't seem willing to comment on is whether Hasbro will continue with the story and characters established in the 2017 film, or whether they would give the franchise another reboot. Of course, maybe he doesn't have to, because at the end of the day, the reboot road seems nearly inevitable.
Yeah, here you go.
Thank you. What's with this weird ducky mug?
It's coffee.
For one thing, there just doesn't seem to be much worth salvaging from Power Rangers 2017, with maybe the exception of Elizabeth Banks' super fun, scenery-chewing turn as Rita Repulsa. Other than that, the movie was pretty forgettable, neither embraced or reviled by fans or critics. No one really hated it, but no one was jumping to its defense either. And with a reception like that, why not just start over? But perhaps even more importantly, a reboot would probably fit in better with the movie strategy Hasbro has been cooking up over the last several years. Like pretty much every other studio in existence right now, Hasbro wants its own cinematic universe, but their plans for one have been met with a lot of hiccups recently. Originally, there were reports that the Hasbro cinematic universe would grow out of Michael Bay's Transformers films, teaming up Optimus and the gang with other Hasbro heroes like G.I. Joe. Screenwriters Jonathan Francis Daly and Jonathan Goldstein worked together on treatments for both the Rom the Space Knight and a Mask movie, but according to them, those properties have been all but forgotten by the studio. They still have a new G.I. Joe movie and a Micronauts movie on the docket for 2020, and a Dungeons & Dragons movie slated for 2021, but we're kind of hard-pressed to see how any of those properties could generate the same excitement as Iron Man, Captain America, or Thor. But Power Rangers could! Theoretically, it has the history and the multiple generations of fans to make it a really good potential hub for a cinematic universe. But what do you folks think? Are you excited for more Power Rangers movies? Do you think a Hasbro cinematic universe is worth playing in? And do you think there will be as many Krispy Kreme references in the new Power Rangers universe? Let's discuss. Thank you again to WB Games for sponsoring today's episode, and also be sure to like, subscribe, and smash that little bell to get notified every time we drop a video. B-Comp, I'm done. And if you missed our Week in Review Roundup show, Nerdist News What the Friday, you can always check out the audio podcast completely for free over at iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, or anywhere fine podcasts are found.